All right, in the meantime, nearly twice as many Americans are now calling themselves conservatives than liberals, 40% to 21%. Now, you'd think this would be uniting the GOP, but the Senate race in Florida shows a very divided GOP. South Carolina Senator Jim DeMint breaking ranks by supporting the more conservative Republican candidate instead of the Sunshine State's more popular and more moderate governor. Senator DeMint joins me right now. You're bucking your own party and most of the leadership in your party by backing the guy who's challenging Governor Christ for the nomination. Why are you doing that?
Well, this is not about the governor. This is about a real bright spot for the Republicans, not just in Florida, but all over the country. Neil, Marco Rubio is one of the most exciting and inspiring people I've heard in a long time. When he talks about America and talks about freedom and his ideas of taking us into the future, it makes you proud to be an American and to be a Republican. So I think this Florida race is going to help define what the Republican Party really is. And I hope Marco Rubio will not only win in Florida, but help to lead this country back to limited government and real personal freedom.
The argument goes that Governor Christ has the best shot of keeping this seat in Republican hands. Obviously, you disagree with that, but is this a sign of serious divisions within the Republican Party? You go right one way, or you expand the tent, so to speak, the other way? Where do you stand?
Well, I don't think it's right or left here. This is a matter of up and down or going into the future for the Republican Party. Neil, I ran against a former governor. No one gave me any shot to win. But the power of ideas is much greater than the power of any one candidate. And I think more than ever, America is looking at where we're headed now in Washington with big government takeovers and spending in debt. They're looking for a real alternative. They're not looking for a wishy-washy alternative. And candidates like Marco Rubio just state it clearly, and in a way I think is going to win America, not just conservatives, not just Republicans, but the majority of Americans who are looking for an alternative to this huge government takeover that we're involved with here in Washington now.
So obviously it's stuck in your craw when the governor was okay with the stimulus that was provided Florida and that he would take it and that sort of thing. And you said it was a principled stand that Republicans of all sorts should reject stimulus. Those in Congress who had a chance to vote for it and those governors who had a chance to take it. So there's no gray area on this issue for you, is there?
Well, the issue is much bigger than just the stimulus. I talked to Governor Christ this morning. I assured him that if he wins the primary, he's going to have my full support. But more than ever, Republicans need primaries to debate the issues, determine where we want to go as a party, whether we want to be Democrat light or do we really want to be for those principles of freedom that made us exceptional in the first place. So I'm not saying anything negative about the governor. I just think Marco Rubio is a bright young candidate that should be a part of our present, not just a part of our future.
Senator, always good having you on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Neil.
All right, Governor Christ, we did reach his office, and he had not gotten back to us. In the meantime.